Beetlejuice, directed by Tim Burton, starring Alec Baldwin, Gina Davis, Winona Ryder, and the great Michael Keaton, was a huge hit in 1988. Burton, banking off the success of Pee-wee's Big Adventure, decided to take on a bizarre ghost story where a young, recently deceased married couple is haunted by a bizarre family from the city. In their desperation, they call upon a crazy freelance bioexorcist named Beetlejuice? Beetlejuice? Nope. It's Beetlejuice. Burton's first choice of who would portray the bioexorcist was the late great Sammy Davis Jr., which would have been a more suave, slow-talking character. I, for one, am glad that the part eventually went to Michael Keaton, because as bad as I would have loved to have seen Sammy wearing the black and white pinstripe suit, you just can't replace Keaton's take on the character.
It's showtime.
Beetlejuice is so entertaining to watch that you don't even notice that he's only on screen for 17.5 minutes of the 92-minute film. Every second he keeps you on edge, hanging on to every single word that comes out of his mouth. The ghost with the most can only be brought back to haunt the living if his name is called out 3 times. The couple's eternal caseworker, Juno, is adamant that they should not rely on Beetlejuice for help in scaring away the Dietz family, because he will only cause trouble. Juno issues this warning.
He was my assistant, but he was a troublemaker. The only way he can be brought back is by calling his name 3 times. But I strongly suggest that you remove the Dietzes yourselves.
I love Burton's take on the afterlife. No pearly gates or fire and brimstone. Just a never-ending bureaucracy of forms, caseworkers, take a number, sit and wait, DMV monotony. The crazy characters sitting in the waiting room also have become iconic over the years, and every time that I watch this movie, I notice the different ways that each character died, as told by how they are in the afterlife. It never gets old.
You want a cigarette?
Oh, no, thank you.
I'm trying to cut down myself.
The title of the movie has a story all of its own. Apparently, Warner Brothers didn't like the title Beetlejuice, and were going to change it to House Ghosts. All I can say is, wow. To play a prank on them, director Tim Burton jokingly tossed out the title Scared Shitless, which, to his horror, was actually considered by the studio as the film's new title. Thankfully, the title stayed, and the movie became so popular that it spawned a popular 90s cartoon series. I remember watching it every afternoon when I got home from school.
It's showtime!
There was also a toy line that was also a huge hit. Gotta love nostalgia. The sandworms are one of the coolest characters in the film. They are black and white striped, with a head within a head, and slither throughout the underworld, feeding on the dead. The use of stop motion, blue screen, and puppets really brought this large predator to life. Personally, I enjoy the use of practical effects over CGI. Even though the result isn't as polished, it still looks better. Plus, it's fun trying to figure out how the effect was done. There's several scenes written that never made it into the final film, including one that showed the world of limbo between the living and the dead as giant gears, cutting through actual fabrics that represented time. Beetlejuice is a timeless Halloween classic that has held up over the last 30 years. It has the perfect mix of laughs, interesting characters, and a story that keeps you wanting to see what will happen next. If you love comedies and enjoy spooky movies, then this Tim Burton creation is a must-see. I mean, what are you going to do during your free time? Read?
Oh, sounds like that you got an A in the math test.
He likes it.